Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God, our moments also with the holy ones of God who have always shown us and continue to show us, not just the holy ones in the past, but amongst us also, there are individuals who try to live a holy life and who try to set an example before us that we can be also like them. Yes, amongst us, there are people who really follow their conscience, follow their inner call, as you and I can also do. Get in touch with our inner selves and see what God is telling us there, particularly in this Advent season, when we are expected to listen to the Lord and wait with great hope, with great peace, and including rejoicing, as we saw yesterday in the gospel. Sunday's gospel was about rejoicing and a joyful expectation of the coming of the Lord. And let us be aware of what we are doing every day during this season. There are only another 9 days left or 10 days left for Christmas, and we shall be celebrating the birth of Jesus. And I invite you also, my dear friends, to be co-missionaries with me by simply sharing the videos with others. Please also like and write your comments below so that it reaches more people. Some of you have been doing this, and thank you very much for that. And I hope that by Christmas time there will be more viewers and more comments and more likes. Thank you very much. Today we find that as Jesus was in the temple area, of course it could not have been a temple like this because at that time Jesus was not yet crucified and the mother of Jesus was not yet recognized in that sense, and also his foster father Joseph on here was not. So the temple certainly did not look like where I am standing now. It must have been a synagogue, naturally, because it was among the Jews that he was walking around. He himself was a Jew. And there, what happens is that after Jesus has been doing wonderful things, curing the sick, as we also saw yesterday in the gospel when John the Baptist sent his disciples to ask Jesus, "Are you the one that is to come, or should we wait for another one?" Then Jesus told his disciples to go and tell him, "The blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, and the good news of the Lord is preached to them." All this is happening. What Jesus is doing is not just preaching in the air, in abstract terms, in vacuum. No, he is doing those concrete things. And even then, when he teaches and when he does these things, those Pharisees are asking Jesus, "Can you tell us with what authority you are doing this?" See, people are so conscious of authority. They want themselves to exercise power, and of course, their own power was being threatened because people were flocking to Jesus, not going to the Pharisees, because they used to preach a lot of high-flown teachings from the Torah, from the law of the Old Testament. And that's why people were hanging on to the lips of Jesus, because Jesus was preaching compassion, mercy, love for the neighbor, forgiveness, and acceptance of everybody together, and that we all belong as God's children to God, and we are brothers and sisters of one another. This kind of thing they could not hear. They wanted to have their authority, and they were afraid that Jesus was taking away their authority. See, sometimes this question of authority goes too far, and rather than we listening to what somebody is saying or might be worth listening to, we want to first question their authority. Yes, sometimes it is necessary, because not everybody, for example, can speak. Let's say I was a spokesperson for many years in Delhi for the church. So naturally, when the media, I used to go on television or in newspapers, the journalists would first ask, "So what's your position?" Naturally, they want to know if I am speaking on behalf of the church or on behalf of myself or on behalf of nobody. So similarly, these people also wanted to put that question, but they could see that Jesus was working everything from the authority of God, because if it was not from God, he could not have performed those miracles, those wonderful things, and could not have preached this good news. Of course, some of this good news was shocking, that Jesus could call God Father, and that Jesus could forgive those sins for which people used to stone the culprit and put them to death, like that woman caught in adultery and etc. So that's why they were asking this question. But one might get an impression that Jesus was trying to escape their question. That's why he put counter question to them. No, it was not that, because Jesus found that they were not open and that they would not listen to him. So he just ignored their question, put a counter question to shut them down, and they were shut, and Jesus did not proceed with that. So my dear friends, rather than looking as to the authorities and yourself exercising authority over others, this is also what we do. We want to exercise our authority over others, like Donald Trump is doing now, putting tariff after tariff after tariff, because he is the mighty man. What suffering people are going through, how many factories and how many offices have been closed because of his tariffs, he doesn't care. Let us not do that. Let us care for one another. And if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.